Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are looking at two VODs. I think I'm not sure what the second VOD is. The one we have in front of us is from an EU warrior at 1400. And, we're going to go through both of them. I think one's Warrior Druid, the other one is Warrior Hpal. And this first game is against Hunter and Resto Druid. Very annoying comp to verse. Before that, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who has subscribed, followed the Twitch, and joined the Discord. It's awesome to see so much growth super early on. We're at, I think, like 530 subs now or something, which is crazy because we started the channel like 2 weeks ago. So, if we can keep on that trajectory, like I'm always happy to keep making more content. And I'm trying to make at least the VOD reviews I want to do daily, and then a bigger, like more educational video might happen every 2 or 3 days. So if you want to send in your VOD, just go to the comment section below, join the Discord, and then there's a VOD submission channel. Let's have a look, guys. So we played Disarm, Sharpen, and I think we're looking at what the last one's going to be. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think he's trying to make the decision. Overwatch. I like this. This is good. I would run this into this comp. We have a disarm macro, which is interesting. I actually think that's a really good idea. Disarm Arena 2. Maybe I'll even incorporate that in my stuff. Yeah, that's an interesting macro for sure. Okay, so here I think we can just pretty much go the hunter and he will fall over, and then whenever the druid pushes in, we just swap to the druid. Um, He starts in stealth. We probably want to be in D stance when they start in stealth like this, because it's a lot easier to switch into D stance from B stance, but you can get stunned in B stance like that. He wastes the Cyclone DR and he innovates, which is weird. Um, there's a Hunter. Nice fear. That's a really good fear. I would have stunned off. I think he had stun. I'm not. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a stun. Um, There's thorns on the main target, but you have a lot of hots on you, so you can probably keep going. One thing you probably want. Okay, so we overlapped a lot of heals, a lot of big hots, and parry. I think you probably could have just gone descents there. So we need to connect to this hunter. That's a nice disarm, but I'm not sure if we'll have disarm for his really big go now, where he throws down the Kyrian thing, which is where we really want disarm. We need to put the Resto Druid on focus for sure, because if we don't, like he gets free clones like that, and you had reflect up. Pumping away, I think your gear is kind of bad, so it's hard for you to get a lot of damage out. The intervene happens. Nice, that's a really good reflect on the trap. That's really going to slow down this go. So it gets a little bit of damage out. I probably would file here. Depending. Oh, I think your druid trinketed though. You need to get ability team tracker as well to see like what abilities that your druid has. Okay, this swap is okay. I don't think it makes a really big difference. But I would kind of just stay on the hunter now. And there's his big Kyrian ability. We go descent. I think we should be. Yeah, there was the ignore pain. There's the disarm. This is really good. And then we fear off it, which is nice too. One thing you want to make sure when you fear the hunter is to try and put a slow on him, like as he's running away. Just because this happens where the hunter's super far away from you now. Um, I would try and use Avatar on that route, because it breaks all routes, and then your druid still has the spell if you get like put into a druid route or something. This is all good so far, and that leap, I don't know. You might have not had to do that. Maybe you could have just walked there. You want to be really careful with your mobility on against this comp because you can get kited so easily. Nice. There's the bash. Sorry, the rake, and then the double stun. We unfortunately cross over our stuns. We get put into a full trap. It gets dispelled, and there's a blade storm here on both. Um, I think you should put a nameplate on the pet even. You know, because I don't know how low this pet is. If it's at like 2k HP, I think you could just go and execute it. They cyclone you, and there's convoke onto the Rdruid. It's kind of scary because you don't really have too much. The intervene comes out. I think your Rdruid's DC'd. Oh no, it's back. Yeah, okay, that's unfortunate. I think he would probably be fine with if he wasn't DC'd there, but he chops himself. Want to be a bit careful. I think the focus fear macro is better, so you can fear the Resto Druid as well. Because there was kind of it looked like it could be in range, but it probably wasn't. Thorns comes out. One thing you can do is I don't know. You could probably stay on him during this Thorns, but you really need to commit everything and ignore pain and push in. But you know it's fine to swap. Oh, don't know if we hit that spear. I think that he just moved out of it, um, which is fine. Oh, that's such a good intervene. That's excellent. So you're really good at that. That's really good. Parry comes out. I think this is fine. Maybe desense this as well. That's a great stun. Um, there's disarm on the hunter, and we're controlling it really well. Cyclone here. I like the blade storm, so you can keep uptime. You can't kite too well. Okay, the leap back because he's in a trap is smart. He doesn't have the Kyrian thing to hit you through the wall as well. Okay. Ooh. Now, I think I would stun. Yeah, that's a good stun. Maybe you could have stunned the hunter just to stop some damage on yourself too. And you probably could be in D-stance for all of this. I think that's one thing to look at for you is look at your D-stance usage, um, and you know consider whether you really need to use cooldowns when you can probably just D-stance ignore pain and be fine. This is a sick route. We get both of them here. The Kyrian thing comes out. So, yeah, I don't know if your Druid has enough to heal you through this, and you kind of line your Druid a little bit while the Hunter can still hit you. Um, so, I just want to take note of something, right? Um, I am kind of in disbelief that that is a 1400 game, and that you guys are 1300 MMR. Because, like, one, your Druid is dispelling stuff, like, really quickly. Um, You're doing great. Like you're intervening traps at 1300 MMR. That's nutty. And your awareness and general positioning is pretty good too. Um, that's absolutely crazy. I mean, to be honest, one thing I would say is that you will do so much better in twos once you get to that like 33, 35, 4K HP area. Like you'll start pumping. Um, it's nuts because I don't even have that much to say about this game. Like I think you did everything pretty well. You probably just need to pump more damage onto the hunter, potentially look at his pet, hit D stance at the right time, and just focus on damage. I feel like every swap to the Resto Druid in twos is really hard unless your healer also is helping. So just randomly swapping to the Resto Druid unless he's already on top of you is usually bad. Um, Try and use your Stormbolt to stop the aim shots as well to just peel some of the damage and then disarm out of that. And then after that disarm ends, then you can like parry and all that good stuff. But still, you did really, really well. I'm very surprised at the skill level at this rating. And I mean, like, as much as everyone knows that EU is better than NA meme, I think absolutely at this rating, it looks like if you told me that this was a 1800 NA game, I would absolutely believe you. So definitely keep practicing. I would say this is one of those times where you're very limited by gear, and if you had good gear, you can out pressure and really put a lot in. But both you guys played super well. All right, that's the first vid, guys. Okay, second video and last one of this review is against Dispriest Arms Warrior as Hpal Warrior. So here we kind of sat back. I would say just go, just run in, try and stop them from getting on top of you like this. Because Warrior's getting nice cleave damage the whole time you're here. There's PI on the Warrior, so it's going to be starting to pump too. Probably could have sent the disarm there as well. I'm not sure. Wouldn't have been bad. This fear's okay, but I feel like the go's kind of already over. So maybe it would have been better to hold the fear until you had Colossal Smash again, so you can at least do really big damage on this warrior. I think against warrior Disc Priest, you should sort of be hitting the Disc Priest more, because hypothetically, the Disc Priest should be easier to kill than the warrior. Sorry, than their warrior trying to kill your Hpal. So keep that in mind. And then going the Disc Priest stops a lot of the damage that the Disc Priest does too. This rep is good, but this is a perfect time I would have swapped, right? They're both on top of each other. You could start putting pressure on the Disc Priest. This bop is okay. And we get mind games on ourselves. We need to put the Disc Priest on focus so we can reflect those mind games easier. Okay, there's a disarm. We slow him. Um, Again, I think there's just a target here that takes more damage than the warrior. So, you want to always hit the thing that you can get more damage on. There we go. We do the swap, but it's a bit late. Like even you swap for 2 seconds and now they start to stack. So imagine if you swapped the whole time, would have been really, really good. We're a bit awkward with those spears. I think, I don't know, try and just practice getting that without having to just do a little backpedal maneuver at the start. That would be quite good. The dome comes out, so just hit whoever's in the dome. Um, Out of the dome, sorry. And this cleave is nice. I like this. You have a really big go coming up soon. And we Colossal Smash. Do we Colossal Smash? No, he Colossal Smashed us. There's Mind Games on your Hpal. I think you could probably do a Sweeping Strikes Blade Storm just here. And it would kind of offset some of this damage, like pressure. Because we're under a lot of pressure right now. Okay, we get the rep, and I think, do we get the Hodge out? I don't think we get the Hodge out fast enough. So he tops him. There's a fear. He trinkets a fear. So if we had the Hodge there, then it would be like Hodge into fear. We'd get a lot of stuff. This is power infusion, so D-stance is good. Probably try and hit and ignore pain now. Whenever you're disarmed like this, you have 100 rage and you're not ignore paining anything. So that's one thing to look at. You should be hitting ignore pain way more than you are. There is the mind games, and these guys are kind of chunking through your healer's mana. Okay, here we want the intervene. Obviously, or a disarm, just something here, even a stun. We just need to slow this go down a bit. There's a Hodge on the healer. There's a stun on the warrior, which is nice. I like that cross CC. But yeah, we might want to spear here even. The blade storm's a bit misc. As you can see, it's not doing that much damage. I think spear might be better placed, which gives your paladin some room to run. Neither of them have trinkets, so you can still win this. You just need to play offensive now. I think just intervene with Avatar, Spear, Colossal Smash, Sweeping Strikes will kind of throw the game back on towards you. And, you know, right there, you were next to the priest while I was casting a mind game. So again, get used to putting your focus targets so you can see and focus kick when they do stuff like that. But I don't know if I can't see something on your UI. I might just be blind, but I think you really want to have that focus kick macro. Um, so good game, nevertheless. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff you can work on against warrior mirrors. You just want to go, you know. You don't want to just like stand there and wait for them to come to you because then they get to cleave. If you get on top of them, it's way easier for your healer to just heal one target, and then the healer isn't susceptible to so much micro CC. And you can kind of slow the Disc Priest and the Arms Warrior from ever getting to your Holy Pally. But that was a short one, which is good because the last one was long. Um, Thanks for sending these in, guys. I really want to see the improvement that you guys make after watching some of these videos. Obviously, I'm not that narcissistic that I think, me watching your video and reviewing it is going to increase your rating to like sky high limits. But if anyone's part of the Discord, Salomon, who sent in I think it was the Windwalker disc game. Might have been a game. I think it was no, it wasn't Windwalker disc. It was the Rdruid against that Hpal Windwalker. And he said he has gone up to like 2k CR after to kind of working on his stuff. So like
there's so much value in doing this VOD review, and like even just for yourself, right? Watching your own games like this in this critical light and working out what you need to fix. Because it's going to be so much more efficient to do this than it is to just spam LFG games, especially when you get to higher ratings and your mechanical skills are probably there, but to be honest, it's probably your decision making skills which aren't. I feel like mechanically, World of Warcraft is a very straightforward game, right? Like you compare it to StarCraft, you compare it to League or CS:GO, like it's a lot easier to get the hang of, right? Even like old players can get into it and play well. The decision making aspect is way harder. When to use what, where to swap, what to hit, where to position. These are all things that you can improve on by just watching your games. And that way you don't have to torture yourself by doing, you know, 500 games of twos with no voice against with like 35 different Hpals, on LFG. Um, Again, what I would recommend if you are really trying to improve as a warrior is just to do threes as much as possible. I think it's a lot more productive, but twos is good for a lot of the basics. Um, so yeah, if you guys have threes VODs, I'd really like to see those too. We haven't had a chance to look at some threes yet, and I think that would be really, really interesting. Um, and we can kind of talk a lot about what's happening there. All right, guys, take it easy. We will talk very soon. Follow the Discord. Sorry, follow the stream. Join the Discord. Appreciate you. Peace.